about how the human rights of the perpetrators to reproduce and be parents has been taken by doing the chemical injection. But what we need to understand in here, if this guy have taken this woman's rights to have a safe life, to feel happy, and then why then we should care about his rights? Because he has taken somebody else's rights. So it's the job of the government to protect the society, because if we can compare which one is more important, the rights of this one individual that have done such a horrible thing that is very unforgivable, or this whole society that's now feeling so insecure and unsafe because their daughter cannot feel safe to go to school, their kids cannot feel safe to go to their playground, for example. So of course it's no thanks. So it's more important to protect our society than capturing this one bad guy to go away from the society. And also, if we think right now, if someone who can raise somebody no thanks and do such horrible things, if we just the thought of him being a parent, how that he's gonna raise his kids, I feel sorry for the future kids, because somebody that has done such horrible things is gonna give such a bad example for his own kids. So the thought of him, a chance of getting a parent, it's also it's right to be protected, no thanks. Because he's giving such bad parents, if somebody can do such things, why that the thought of he is not going to do to his own daughter is not arise? Because if he can do it to some other stranger's woman, then he can do it to his own daughter later. So now we also protecting his future daughter, ladies and gentlemen. And also I'm going to go to my second point of rebuttal about, they said that what about the youth perpetrators that just inserted their fingers and that is not included in as a sexual harassment. But what we need to understand here, a sexual organ is not just applied to the perpetrators, but also it's applied to the victims. So when somebody, no thanks, touch your breast or somebody touch your vagina, do you consider that a sexual harassment? Yes, because it's part of your intimate body that you don't want people to touch. So what we need to understand, sexual harassment is not just about doing a sex, but it's also the humiliation of touching other people's body when they did not want to be touched, ladies and gentlemen. And also, no thanks. I'm going to go to my third point and rebuttal about how they say that if the perpetrators, we give them a chemical injection, then they can't do a sex, then they can have a mental breakdown, they're going to be sad. But that's the whole point of this punishment, that we want them to feel so depressed, because what they have done, that they deserve to be suffered as much as the woman has been suffering.
Please.
Yes.
Okay. What do you do? Do you agree? If you are positioned as the offender of this
Yes, I would agree, because as an adult, what is the difference between when an adult making a mistake with the kids? For example, I'm a kid and I steal a candy. But the thing is, the level of rationality of a kid, they don't understand that this is something that are bad. They don't know what is the collateral damage that come after that. But what is different with a mistake that is done by an adult is because they know, they're aware that what they're doing is wrong, and yet they still do it. They know that it is wrong to rape somebody. They know that it's going to affect their physically and mentally, but yet they still do it because they don't care, because all they're so obsessed is about getting sex with some strangers, ladies and gentlemen. So that is why the mistake that I've done by this adult is unforgivable, because he knows that raping is wrong, yet he still do it, ladies and gentlemen. And also, in here they say that my first point is of rebuttal is how that they said that it's the woman's fault that the woman's showing too much part of their body. But when the woman is showing all part of their body, it did not make it justifiable for somebody else to go rape them. For example, I'm selling this clothing, for example, in some mall, and it didn't have appropriate security camera. So then people can possibly steal that clothing. But does it make it right for me to not have appropriate security camera than for people to steal it? No. The whole act of stealing itself is still wrong, no matter what is the reason that it is. Yes.
Well, if we are only caring about the sex offender victims, it is the same also. We are neglecting the sex offender itself as a human right. They also have the human right to be protected.
We believe that they also have the human rights. But when they have the human rights and they have done what was such horrible things, why did we categorize that it is acceptable to take somebody else's rights after what they've done? Because the collateral damage, what we need to understand in here, the woman suffered psychologically and also physically. Psychologically, when somebody, as a human in here in society, wearing a full clothing is what's so appropriate, and we didn't show some parts of intimate body to somebody else's because it's a very virginity or having sex with somebody, a man, is a very sacred thing in our society. It's something that we very respect and put so high. But when somebody forcing you to do it, it's humiliating you to the basic core of a mistake, ladies and gentlemen, because the woman will feel so helpless because they can't defend themselves, and they have to do something that is so intimate that in our social mindset that we're going to do so special with somebody special, with somebody that we love, and not that we're going to do it with some strangers that we don't know. It's leaving the woman into some helpless state of mind, and also physically. When you get raped, you're not going to just sit down and enjoy how they rape you. You're going to fight back. That's why a lot of rape cases ended up somebody get killed or the woman get a lot of injuries from it because they got beat up because they didn't want to get raped, and yet the perpetrators keep doing it. So they'll do anything, just punch the girl, just kick the girls, just kill the girls because I just want to have sex with her. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why in here, why that we really should not be thinking about the rest of the perpetrators because of the collateral damage that is going to affect the woman's life for her entire life. It could make her scared to have sex for her future husband. It could even turn her to have a different sex orientation. For example, because then he get raped by a man, then he wouldn't like a man anymore. He would like the girl, for example, because he's too scared to have sex with a man. That is a very long-term effect that we need to think about the girl and not just about the right of this one person that's so not important and not contributing any good to the society that we really should